I was talking with someone on a breakthrough call earlier this week, and I was realizing I'm perfectly comfortable with the fact that I want to be in a loving relationship. And if my husband were to die, or if we were to get divorced, I don't know, we're not but if something were to happen, like, and I found myself single and I were in some of the shoes that some of you guys are, I'm like, I would really be comfortable saying, you know, I really want to be in a loving, committed relationship because I know that that's what makes me happy. But I've been realizing that in our society, people kind of look down on anyone who wants to get in a loving relationship, especially if you're not in the get married, have kids years. It's like everyone can understand if you want to get married and be in a loving relationship if you're 20s or 30s or even 40s because you want to have kids, you want to have a family. But if you've already done the kids and family, I've heard of stories of friends giving, you know, people that I'm on a breakthrough call with a really hard time and kind of telling them, you know, what's wrong with you? Why can't you be okay with just being alone? You know, why do you need someone? As if there was something wrong with them or they were somehow inferior because they wanted to be in a loving relationship. And let me just set the record straight. Women and men that are in a happy, committed, loving relationship are happier overall. They are healthier overall. They live on average 10 years longer than single counterparts. They have a higher quality of life. They have more sex and hotter sex than people that aren't in a committed relationship, no matter what age bracket you're in. In fact, one of my favorite moments from being a researcher in my graduate program, I was researching, there was this beautiful generation of people near the college that I went to. They were all kind of World War II. World War II had been part, and the Depression had been part of their whatchamacallit, their life experience. And they were just so lovely and just incredible people. And all of them talked about their vibe. Like I was interviewing them about happy marriages and how you make a marriage happy, and all of them talked about their vibrant sex lives, and they're in their 70s, 80s, 90s. And so this is not something that dies just because you get older and goes away just because you get older. It actually can get deeper and richer and more meaningful. And I wholeheartedly believe it wasn't a coincidence that I was interviewing happily married 80-year-old and 90-year-olds, because there weren't any people 80 years old and 90 years old that weren't happily married. You know, there wasn't anyone. And so the people, and I had been able to see the data for the longevity and talk with people, and the people that didn't have happy marriages tended to not be around as long, and the people that weren't married tended to not be around as long. And so for us to feel like there's anything shameful at all about wanting to have someone that has our back, about wanting to be in a great relationship with a great person, that's ridiculous. And we need to just own the fact that it is completely wonderful to be looking for your best friend, someone to share life with, someone to be happy with, someone to laugh with, and just share those little experiences with, drink a cup of coffee with, go to a movie with, go on adventures with, travel with, whatever it is that you truly desire. It is totally okay that that is your desire, and in no way, shape, or form is an indication that there's anything missing in you. In fact, it indicates that there's something that is present in you, that desire to be connected.